Morning. So today I'm going to show you guys what's going on in my backyard. And we are in spring now, so most of the trees are leafed out. Some of them already have fruit. I have some new trees I purchased, and some of them are in flower. So I wanted to show you guys what the backyard looks like now that we are in spring and everything's out of dormancy. So yeah, I wanted to make it now in the morning before it gets too hot, and my son's gonna help me a little bit with the camera. So yeah, let's get started. So I'll show you, if you look here, if you just pan over here, this is a new fig tree, and it's a Violet de Bordeaux. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a Violet de Bordeaux. So it's new. It's in a container. I'm gonna try to grow it in a container. I've had success with figs in containers before, so I'm gonna just stick to what I've had success with. I've had failure with them in the ground, and I don't know why, but I will try some in the ground again because I don't give up. But in containers, for some reason, I've had success with them. So I have 3 new ones. I have this Violet de Bordeaux, and then I have a white Genoa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but a white Genoa and a Blackjack here. So, but we're gonna start over here. Because this is like the beginning of the yard. So let's start with this tree. And well, let's start with this one. This is another new tree. Lenny, you can show them the tree.
Okay.
This other new tree, this is a guava. And this guava tree is a pink tropical guava, and it needs to be in a container because I'm in zone 8B, so we get too cold for this tree to be in the ground. So I'm gonna have to protect it in the winter. So I'm going to try to keep it in a container, maybe get a bigger container as it grows. Protect it in the winter, put it in the porch or in the garage or something. And then, but yeah, pink guava, a new tree. And then right here, we have a Loquat that I grew from seed, and it's doing really well. Now that I had my puppies, they had full run of the backyard, and they killed some of the trees and destroyed some of them, or just injured them. But some of them made it. This one made it. It would have been a lot bigger, but my dogs kept hacking at it and injuring it and eating it. But it looks beautiful. This is what it looks like now. I had 3. 2 of them actually died. My dogs actually ate them because they were small, and they just ate them. So the dogs have new dog pins. So the trees are thriving now that the dogs are not messing with them. So this is the Loquat I grew from seed. I haven't had any fruit. You can show them the leaves, Lennon. Look, it's really beautiful right now. It's got some huge, pretty big leaves. And yeah, and then right over here, we have, you can show them this way, from here. So you can show them the whole tree. Right over here, we have a Shiro Plum tree. And this is the first year I have fruit on it. I transplanted this tree. When I first got it, it was a bare root, and it's always done great. It's a fast grower. I put it in the ground in a different location in my yard, but I moved it, so it's been transplanted once, and I finally have fruit. So it fruited like the second year. And you can see the fruit. You can get closer and show them the tree. And you can see the fruit here and here. And this is a yellow variety. It's the Shiro Plum. Be careful, Lennon. Don't fall. We are in a little hill, so I don't want them to fall. But this is a star fruit, and you guys, I hope this comes back, but it's not doing so well, but it's alive. So hopefully we get get it to re-sprout, but it's not dead. So that is a star fruit. It's another one that needs protection, so it's in a container. But I will show you guys. So this here is a blood orange. This here's a blood orange, and I think you guys have seen this tree before. It's got tons of little oranges. Look if you can show them. Little oranges everywhere. So I'm hoping we get a good fruit set. See here, all these little oranges. I'm hoping we get a good fruit set on this. So blood orange in container. I don't think I can do this one in the ground. And right over here, we just have the 3 figs. You guys seen those on the other side of this area here in containers. And then here we have my Satsuma Mandarin. I think I may be able to grow this in the ground, but for now it's in the container, and it's doing well. It's got fruit, lots of little Satsuma Mandarins, if you can show them, Lennon. See? Is it showing on the camera?
Yep.
And here's more. You see them? They're tiny, so they're everywhere. I hope I get quite a good amount. Here we have a Pistachio Nut Tree. This is a female. You can go on this side. It's probably a better shot. And this is a female, and so it's been in the ground a few months, maybe not quite a year, and I need to buy a male because they need to male in a female to for the cross pollination to happen, so we can get some fruit. And then so that's a new one. I think this is fairly new. I don't know if you've seen this one, but it's a nut tree. I don't have any nut trees, so I think I can grow this pistachio here in zone 8B in the desert. I'm in the high desert. This is just a little flower and no fruit on that. It's just pretty. And then here we have a, maybe come here, Lennon, so they can see the whole tree. Here we have a, what is it called, Lennon? A quince?
Yeah.
A quince tree. It's a quince tree, and I got this from Fran. This was a cutting. Would have been double the size. One of my dogs, I don't know, I have 3. One of them ate half the tree, just kind of broke the branch, and yeah, so we have the fruit here. So we have lots of fruit. I already thinned this because it tends to set a lot of fruit, more than I would want to consume, or just sometimes if it's too much, it'll break the tree. And I really want to focus on the tree getting established and getting a good trunk on the tree and a good canopy. So wait there. I'm gonna grab something really quick. There they are. I'm gonna grab something really quick. I don't have a lawn anymore like I used to, so we get some weeds, and we have Bermuda, so that's really hard to get rid of, the Bermuda grass. So if we still get it growing around like the trees or wherever there's water, a source of water, but we do get weeds. I don't know what this is. I think it's some sort of goosefoot weed. I think it's actually edible, like a wild edible weed, but I just basically chop and drop it and feed it back to the tree, let the worms feed on it and decompose, and basically feed the soil. So I'm just gonna take this, and when it gets a little bit too much, I just chop and drop this. So that, just drop it. It also helps keep the ground here a little bit cooler, and we do get really hot, so it helps retain some of the moisture in the ground and keep the ground a little bit cooler. But yeah, I can basically hack it all down, but I'm just gonna do it really quick. You can uproot it and drop it, but if you just chop it, it'll come back and you can just kind of keep feeding your soil. I think that's enough. I think that's enough for now. Maybe I should do the whole thing since I'm already here. But I don't want to take too much time doing this because then I can't show you guys. The video will be too long and I won't be able to show you the rest. So, drop a little bit here. And I left a little bit. I can go lower, down to the base, but for now, that'll be okay. But you saw the quince fruit, you can see them here. They're quite a good size now. And we have some new shoots I want us to grow and give us some shade here in the afternoon. The sun sets here, so we get that harsh evening sun on this concrete slab, and I want these basically a row of trees to give us some nice afternoon shade here when we're hanging out with the kids and family. So this one is it's an apple. It's a crab apple. It's the Whitney Crabapple. And this one, I don't know the name of the variety because it was a gift and it was a cutting from a neighbor. But this is a Whitney Crabapple. I thought I lost this tree. The dogs pretty much ate it down to this little stick. Chopped the whole canopy, took everything down. We had one little twig with a lot of injuries on there. Oh, and this white, for the first time I've tried the IV Organics insect and something. Where is that container? Hold on, let me show you what I use. I can find it really quick. You just wait, Lennon. I'll be right back. So I'm sure you've noticed the white on the trunks of the trees. I tried this for the first time. Normally, what I've been doing since I started my garden, I was using paint, half water, half paint, and dilute the paint and paint the trunks. But I started getting concerned about soil contamination, like as the trees grow and the paint falls off and maybe contaminates the soil. So I wanted something organic, and I saw a lot of people using this, and so I tried it for the first time in late winter, and it protects against damaging sunburn, insects, and rodents. We don't have a lot of rodents, we do get the insects, and so yeah, I'm trying this for the first time. It seems to be holding up. I like it so far. The best thing, it's organic, so I don't have to be concerned about soil contamination. And all of my trees have this. This was enough to do most of my trees. I did use the whole container, so probably next year I might need two. So yeah, so Whitney Crabapple, doing great. It sprouted here, here, and here. So can't wait for this to get big. From here, this is new. You can show them the whole tree so you don't get so close, so they can see the whole tree. This is new. This is a olive tree, and it's the Manzanilla Olive, and I love olives. And it's in the ground. It's doing great. It actually did flower this year, but it didn't set any fruit, and I'm actually glad it didn't because I wanted to get established before it starts setting fruit. Maybe go here. Let us see if they can see this whole tree. This is the apple tree. This is my apple tree. I forgot the variety. It's Arkansas Black. I'm pretty sure it's Arkansas Black. For the first time, we got some flowers on here, but they didn't set because it needs a pollinator, and so that's why I have the crab apple. But this is my Arkansas Black apple tree, and you can get close and show them if you want. If you can, these are all the new growth on the tree. It's getting tall. I am wanting this to be a big tree, so I'm letting it get really tall. I want some shade, but I'm also letting it branch pretty low so that I can reach a lot of the fruit. So yeah, so it's got these beautiful leaves. You want us to show them, Lennon? A little bit close. Beautiful leaves, beautiful new growth. It's kind of fuzzy when it starts to, when it first comes out. But it's a very, very pretty tree. Sorry about that. I noticed my son was putting his finger in the camera, and you guys weren't going to be able to see anything but my son's finger. So I had to pause it and come back. But yeah, he's helping me. He's a good helper. So, and but yeah, for the first time we have a lot of blossoms. We have a lot of fruit. Not for the first time. It's bloomed before. It's set fruit before, but it always drops the fruit. The Fuyu Persimmon. I think it doesn't like the fact that we get really high winds. It's really beautiful. It is in my dog's enclosure, my dog's pen, but I did protect the trunk with some chicken wire, and I did like a little circle around the base of wire, so my dog doesn't dig up the root ball. But this dog is actually not a digger. It's them two over there. But it's better. I mean, I am happier now that they have their own space, so that all my trees can thrive, and I'm only 1 or 2 trees are at risk of, you know, being damaged by the dogs. But I do my best to protect them. I want to show you guys the fruit in there, but I would have to go in the enclosure. Maybe I'll do another video and show you guys the fruit and get close up to the Fuyu Persimmon. Just show you guys the actual tree, get close, and you guys can see the fruit and the tree up close. But for now, they can see it, right? It's up above it's 6 feet, so it's above that. Be careful like that. And then here, this is new, and I'm trying citrus in the ground. And same thing, you know, some of these weeds, I just pull them up and drop them so that I can feed the soil. There's wood chips. I don't have enough wood chips, so I'm producing enough wood now when I prune them in winter that I can start producing my own wood chips, but I need a wood chipper. And anyways, that's a whole nother off topic, but I need more wood chips. But yeah, like this, you can chop and drop or pull. Like this is grass, so I just dropped it. But this is a citrus tree that I'm trying in the ground that's supposed to be really cold hardy, and I should be able to grow here in the high desert in zone 8B. And this is the Fuyu Persimmon. No, not the Fuyu Persimmon. That's the Fuyu Persimmon. This is the Yuzu. This is the Yuzu. It's a dwarf or semi-dwarf, a Yuzu citrus. I've had the fruit before I planted the tree. I had fruit. I really liked it. To me, it's just like a lemon. It tastes like a lemon. The rind is really thick, almost like a mandarin. Really easy to peel and extremely fragrant. It's just really, really aromatic. It smells amazing. And it's got fruit. You want to get close and show them the fruit? It's got little fruit. Not so close so I can focus. There you go. And don't move it. See? Is it focusing? Little fruit. We'll see if it ripens. It's got huge thorns though. And I'm going to grow this like a bush to give it some more protection from winter. So there's that. And then here, you can back up for this one a little. It's kind of big now. This is the This is my apricot. This is my apricot tree. I pruned it pretty hard last year, so this year we don't have a lot of fruit fit on it because of how hard I pruned it. I pruned it hard to for shape and for size. So I did take a lot of wood off. I cut it way back, so I sacrificed a lot of the fruiting wood. So, but we do have some fruit if you get close. Somewhere in here, there's some fruit, like here. You see? Can you see that or no? Right here. Oh, let me. You see it? You're kind of short, huh? Let me see. I can get closer. Right in there, there's one, and there's several up in the canopy. There's enough. Like here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what am I doing? There you go. Right in here. Where? Oh, there. You did find one, Lennon? Yeah, so there's not a lot. Like, it shouldn't be hard to find. Like, we shouldn't have to struggle to find them. This thing is normally loaded, but it's just that it's just a year that it's not producing. It didn't produce a lot because of the way that I pruned it. And then here I have a little seedling that came up. It's a peach tree, I can tell by the leaf, or it could be a hybrid if it got cross-pollinated with some of the other stone fruit. Yeah, a little seedling came up, and this is just really pretty. You go that way. It would have been a lot bigger, but I do want to keep this at like 15 feet so that I can get some of the fruit. I'm already having to use a ladder, so but 15 feet is good. I might let them get bigger if I want more shade. I'm thinking of putting more trees here. Here we have the Jujube. Can you see the Jujube? Mm-hmm. This is the Jujube. This is Tara. She is naughty. She likes to dig up trees and eat trees. She likes to eat wood. So she created some big injuries on some of my trees that have been in the ground for a while. So that's why she's got a pinch. But this thing is loaded with flowers. A whole bunch of little flowers. These are tiny little flowers, and it's going to be covered. This is the Lee Jujube. I did already top it because this thing wants to grow really tall and really skinny. So I took the top off that one, and this one, and that one. 3 or 4 branches to kind of get it to have this more round shape, more bushy, round canopy, umbrella type of shape. But I'm already getting a good shape, but I've been topping before spring, sometime late winter when it's dormant. I do some pruning in summer or any time of the year if I just want to control the size and the shape. I've done that. I did that in spring a few days ago, just to give it a nice shape. It's really, really pretty, and it'll provide some shade for the dogs. Although they have a pretty big dog house, and all of these trees provide shade for them already. This is my plum tree. Again, it's got a good amount of fruit, but it doesn't have like tons of fruit. Like last year was pretty good, but here we have fruit. Can you see it? See here and here and here, and a lot in the canopy. The fruit is green, so it kind of gets lost in the canopy with the leaf. When it starts to get that plum purple color, burgundy color, then you can see them more. But it's really pretty shade. I love this tree. This is the Satsuma, not Satsuma, I'm so confused, there's so many trees. This is a Santa Rosa plum. That's the variety of this tree. And it's standard size, so it can get really big. So I have to prune it to control the size. If I had to do it again, I'd probably do a semi-dwarf, not dwarf, but semi-dwarf, it tops off at 15 to 20 feet. Less pruning, easier to harvest and manage. Here we have another citrus that I'm growing in the ground, and it's the Sudachi Hybrid. This one's prickly. This is a weed, some sort of wild lettuce, but it's prickly. I just chopped it and dropped it so that I can feed the soil again. But this is the Sudachi, and it's in the ground. I just put it in the ground this spring, so we'll see how it handles our winters. Sometimes we get snow. Almost every year we get below 32. We dip below 32. Zone 8B. It's got fruit. I don't know if it's going to hold on to the fruit or drop them. But it's supposed to be, I haven't actually tried the fruit, but it's supposed to be seedless, small, like a key lime maybe. And I'm going to use it basically as a lemon. But I think it's technically some sort of hybrid, like, I don't know really what was hybridized to create this, but I'm excited that I can grow these two in the ground. We'll see how they do. I hope they thrive. I love citrus. I use lemon on everything, basically. I like to put lemon on everything, so I need a lemon tree. Can't grow like a true lemon, but I think I can grow this Sudachi and that Yuzu. Here we have the peach. Did you get a good shot? Like, did you get the whole tree? I took a lot of the height off the tree, and basically kept a lot of the horizontal branches to give it that really like almost like a saucer umbrella shape. This one's got a really nice shape because it's easier for me to harvest. Like, I can reach all the fruit from in here. So I'm 5'11", I'm like 7, my reach is like 7, 8 feet. So I can reach everything when I'm harvesting. It has always has a heavy fruit set. And if you see in the ground, there's tons of peaches that I've taken off because I need to thin this. If I don't thin it, if I don't thin this tree, it will break. The limbs will break. And I don't want to lose my tree. I'd rather sacrifice some of the fruit to get bigger fruit. And every day I'm thinning this, every day, because your arm gets tired of taking fruit. So I come out, I take them off. I come out, I take them off. And I do that every single day until I'm happy with the amount of fruit. I just took that one off. I just drop it, let it decompose. But it's covered. And you can get a shot from underneath the canopy. You see all of these fruits. And you guys, I don't know the variety of this. This is one of the trees I bought when I first started my garden. And I know I bought it at Home Depot and I put it in the ground. And at that time, I didn't care about varieties. But I love this tree. It was my favorite until the plum tree started coming into production. But it's right up there with like my favorite tree because it's so good, so reliable, beautiful fruit, tasty fruit, just amazing. Look, Lennon, showing them this canopy. Look at all these peaches. Look at all these peaches, and they're only gonna get bigger, so you can imagine how heavy this is gonna get. So I need to take more off. Keep taking some off. And then here in the corner is like my very last tree in the corner. This is new. This is a pineapple guava. I had a beautiful one in the ground already starting to blossom. It was already starting to come into production. But when we had the wall installed, it had to come up. So it died because it was right where the wall needed to be. And plus the wall has like a huge footer of concrete, so they had like 2 feet, 2.5 feet. They had to get rid of it. So this is my pineapple guava. It's starting to, it just went in the ground in the spring. It's growing a lot of new leaves and new branches. And look, it's already got blossoms. You see that? These little round circles are gonna be blossoms. So it's gonna blossom. And I don't know if it'll set fruit. I don't think so, but it's a good thing that it's already starting to blossom. And look at this. This is just beautiful. A pomegranate. This is the wonderful pomegranate. And it's loaded. Did you see the whole tree? Let's show them the whole tree. It's covered. It might be one of the best years for the pomegranate, for the wonderful pomegranate. It's covered with blossoms and fruit. It's gonna be a heavy, heavy set. I might have to take some off so the branches don't break. But look at down here, super low. It's trying to fruit super low. So imagine this might even reach the ground with the weight of the pomegranates once it sets. So I might have to take this branch out or take the fruit out, the one that's really, really low. I don't want them in the ground. But look at the fruit, look at this. Here's a pomegranate already formed, already developing. Here's another pomegranate. Here's another. They're just everywhere. And then we have blooms that haven't even opened. If you go here, you can get a beautiful shot. Look at this. Look at these. Already getting some really nice size. And look at the blossoms still. So we're gonna have some, just so many blossoms. Look up here. Give them a shot of the whole tree. Look at this. But you can imagine with the weight of these branches are gonna be down to here, at least a foot or two lower. And so some of the lower stuff we have to take off. But it's covered in pomegranates. Look, Lennon. Look at these beautiful pomegranates. Beautiful, beautiful pomegranates. Here, I know you can't reach up there, but look, it's a little spider web, but this is the fruit. Here's more everywhere. Just everywhere. So this is like this is my last tree, but this is at the end. This is new. This is a cherry tree. It's a ultra dwarf compact Stella Cherry. One of the big box stores. I don't know, Lowe's or Home Depot. But I wanted something really small here. So I went with ultra dwarf. Maybe I should have gone dwarf, but we'll see how this does. It's doing really well. It just went in the spring. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to make the video too long. It probably is already a little bit too long. But you guys, it's a good year for the pomegranate, a good year for the, might be a good year for the persimmon, but it is a great year again for the peaches. Apricot and plum, it's okay. No apples still, but Jujube is going to be another great year, always reliable. The Quince, another great year for the Quince. And actually, my figs that went in the ground just recently already have, one of them, the Blackjack, has 3 figs already developing. So I think I'm going to get fruit right off the back from the Blackjack. And let me show you one last thing. I have a avocado. I can grow them in the ground. Not doing so well. But it's a little Cado. It's a dwarf avocado, and I have it in this huge pot, and I'm hoping it starts to do well. Like, this is really pretty, but it's got some damage. I don't know if it's sun damage because we get really hot, or wind damage because we get really windy. So I'm hoping this takes off and does really well for me, and maybe I'll get some avocados in a container. I don't know, it's experimental, but I love avocados and I don't like to give up. I'm always trying to find ways of growing things and pushing the boundaries with some of the fruit and the zones, and just pushing, pushing certain things that I really want but I can't grow, and I'm just right there at some of the subtropicals. So anyways, that's it for this video. I'll maybe do some other videos and focus on one tree. I know I didn't show you guys up close the Fuyu But let's hope that it's the year that it actually gives me, that it actually ripens fruit and doesn't drop them. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and enjoy your gardens, and I will do another video later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.